welcome to Divine Love Tarot readings on YouTube. Okay, welcome back, guys. From my subscribers, yes, I know I was gone for a while. Okay, it was just 1 month of readings. I just missed January, but I know it was a while because I posted December's kind of early. But yes, I'm back. All right, I did take some time off just because I was tired. Okay, I'll be honest about that. And when I say tired, I mean um my energy was kind of low. And while I could create readings just to put a reading up, I don't really want to give you something that's coming from a place of low energy. Okay, so I took a little time to kind of regroup and set my focus and my intentions for this year for the channel and how I want to grow it, because there's different things that I would like to do. One of those things that I have done is started a Patron community for this channel. So there's 3 different tiers. A lot of people have been asking how they can support the channel, and other than like sending PayPal payments, I felt like this was a better option, because then, I could provide you with some type of exclusive content, so I wanted to start a community for those of you that are, really into this channel, and want more content from me, a little bit more of a personalized experience, because I do enjoy that. I do enjoy the personalized readings that I give, the email communications, the checking up, the following up, letting me know how things are working out. I love that part of the reading. So you'll be able to donate, and also with those donations, every month I'll be offering a random reading to one of the donators. Okay, so you could wind up with a personalized Celtic cross reading for yourself. Also, I'm doing extended readings now for each sign. So I'm going to do the readings as I normally do with the 10-card spread. And then the extended reading will include the clarifiers and any sign association, any astrology that I might want to connect to the reading, the extra parts. Because towards the end, some of my readings were getting up into like the 45-minute range. That's a little bit long for YouTube. And I mean, that's a little bit longer than some of the personalized readings that I do. Okay, so in order to just kind of, keep things a little bit consistent, the readings will be straightforward. Okay, of course, I'm still going to, put my stories together and give you that experience, because I'm not just going to give you, a dry or a dry reading and get out of here. But for those of you who want more detail and want that extra time, because a lot of people don't, it's like 50-50. A lot of people come in, they want a basic, straightforward reading. They don't really care for the extras that I sometimes add to it. So if you do enjoy that, then you'll have the opportunity, if you want to purchase the extended reading for your particular sign. And then I also have a special on Patreon, where if you want all the signs, I give it at a heavily discounted price option. So I have another tier. So I have 3 tiers. I have, one that's just the basic pledge, whatever you decide. And with that comes okay, let's reel this in. Okay, tier level 1, okay, is a pledge donation of whatever amount you decide, and with that donation of $5 or more, okay, you will receive the extended monthly reading for your sign, and also be entered into the random drawing to receive the monthly reading. The next tier is a $20 tier, and with that, you receive access to all the extended readings. So if you're one of those people that likes to cross-watch for people in your life, if you want access to your sun, your moon, your rising, then you'll have access to all those readings. Plus, I might put some, other content up on Patreon. So whatever I decide to share there, you'll be part of that community. And then I have a 3rd tier option, which is a $100 donation. And with that, you receive 2-hour guidance phone call with me. You also receive your own monthly reading, guaranteed, and you receive access to the extended readings. Now, with that 2-hour phone reading, you can break that up into 30-minute sessions if you want, 15-minute sessions, whatever it is, but you'll get 2 hours of phone time with me, plus a reading, plus access to the extended. So that's pretty good because all those separately would be a lot more than $100. So I give you those options, and that's limited to a certain amount of people. That's not a, free for all. So I think I'm narrowing that down to about 15 people. If you're interested in that, that option is available. And, from there we can just see where the community goes. So I'm excited about that. I want to be, you know, I do this because, of course, I enjoy doing the readings, but I like to help. I like to help wherever I can. And if my readings can give you some type of insight, or some type of assistance or guidance into your situation, then, I'm grateful to be able to be here to provide that to you. Okay, so the links to everything are down below. Also on my sites where you can purchase the readings, I have now options for extended readings. So if you just want the one extended reading, you can go ahead and purchase that on my site, and then I'll send you the reading. Okay, so without any further ado, let me go ahead and get into your monthly reading. Once again, I appreciate all the love and support that I've been getting from the channel. I appreciate everybody who reached out to me when I was gone. I missed you guys too, and I'm just looking forward for great things in 2018. All right, guys, let's get this reading started. Hey Scorpio, let's go ahead and get into your February 2018 love reading, okay? The first card we have for your reading is going to represent your current energy, and you've got the High Priestess in reverse, okay? So the High Priestess in reverse, this can just indicate that others might be finding you very attractive right now, okay? So you might be getting a lot of attention coming towards you. People are just finding you irresistible, okay? In the reverse, though, the High Priestess can also indicate that you may not be following your intuition. Okay, so if your intuition has been pinging you about a situation and you've been kind of ignoring it, like a wait and see what's happened, then your intuition is just like basically very high and you're not paying attention to it. So this is telling you basically that you need to pay attention to your intuition about a situation. For my couples, this can also indicate that you may just have a difficult time understanding where your partner is coming from. Okay, you're just not seeing eye to eye. Okay, there's not a lot of understanding happening right now. Let's go ahead and see what's crossing or your challenge. And you got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so the Knight of Swords can indicate that someone around you may not be very trustworthy, or you're feeling like you cannot trust somebody, okay, and therefore you're feeling pretty guarded right now. This can indicate that there's a lot of friction going on in a relationship. All right, something about your partner is bothering you. Okay, this can also indicate that there have been some pretty nasty arguments, or there could be a nasty argument, and maybe maybe you're not following your intuition about the situation because of the residual effect of this argument. Or maybe you not following your intuition might possibly lead to this argument. Okay, so your challenge is to basically trust your instincts, right? If you're having problems trusting somebody, then follow your instincts. Okay, don't wait for that person to show you exactly what it is that you're thinking or feeling that might be going on. All right, now let me go ahead and go to the past energy, and you've got the Lovers in the reverse. All right, so that can indicate it's still the Lovers card. Okay, so it's still a card about love, possibly karmic relationship, romance and all that, but it could indicate a little bit of emotional immaturity. Okay, also, this could just indicate a time where if you were in a relationship, you were not getting along, okay? Or a temporary breakup in a relationship, all right? Just romantic immaturity within the relationship, all right? And for others, this can also indicate that you might have had an issue looking to others for your self-worth, okay? With this love card in reverse, it means that your beliefs in love are shaky, right? You're ambivalent about love. You don't know really how you feel about love, okay? So a lot of people who are like serial monogamists, right? They like to be in relationships because they like the constructs of a relationship and the things that come with it, romance and all that, but their actual view on how you love and how to be loved is kind of questionable. All right? So let's go ahead and move forward to your future energy. And you get the Five of Cups in the reverse, okay? So the Five of Cups, got to put it upside down for you. Five of Cups in the reverse is telling us that this could be a possible reconciliation. All right, so even if there's an issue right now, there might be an argument. This person may, try to reconcile with you, or even if you and your spouse have friction right now, things will probably be smoothed over in the future. All right. Five of Cups in reverse can also indicate that, the sadness is over, disappointments are over. Now, for others, this can indicate also a point where you realize that you are worthy of love. Okay. You're worthy of a meaningful commitment. So that's great. So that means that, you've moved from the Lovers in reverse in the past where you wanted love, but you may not even have been sure about how to receive it or if you deserved it, to this future energy now where you're realizing that you do deserve to be in a meaningful situation, okay? And maybe it involves you actually following your intuition, okay? Because once you realize, like, you are highly sought after, okay? So if you sit back and you realize how many people want you, how many people are trying to be with you, how many people are trying to get your attention, at some point you got to say, look, I am worthy. And it's not just because I'm sexy or I'm attractive, all the things that the high priestess represents, right? She's that unattainable woman. She's that woman that everybody wants, but very few can have. But if you are not sure of your own power, if you're not standing in your own power as that high priestess, then people will look to take advantage of you. Okay, so eventually you're going to get to that point where you realize who you are, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to what you want. And that card is the Ten of Cups. Okay, we all want the Ten of Cups. We all want that love, that happy family, that happy relationship, that, emotional stability, emotional security, emotional fulfillment. All right, that's what the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is completion of your emotions, the highest form of emotional satisfaction. All right, so that's what you want. You want to be happy in love. You want that fairy tale. You want that happy ending. All right, so you have to make sure that your actions are not preventing you from having that happy ending. All right, and let's go ahead now and we move on to your internal factors. Internal factors is the Six of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so the Six of Cups in reverse can indicate that, it may be issues from the past that are affecting your love life. All right, it could even be trauma from childhood. It may not even be anything that has to do with past relationships. For some, it's trauma, whether it's, trauma of, your relationship with your father or some type of abusive situation, but something, maybe your parents' relationship that has left you, not wanting to go through a similar thing, but then like avoiding love at all costs because you just don't know and you don't want to wind up in the same situation that you witnessed growing up. Except for others, it's just those issues. It's those issues of abandonment, feeling abandoned, feeling unloved. Those issues are following you into your adult life, into your relationships, and causing you to, it's almost like, you want it, right? Love is in reverse. You're demanding love. You want love, but you may not necessarily know how to give love. You may not necessarily understand how to receive love. All right? You want it though. But with this card in the reverse is showing that there might be just a little bit of an issue as far as how you go about it. All right? And with you being in the High Priestess in reverse right now, it still shows that you're not quite settled, right? You're not like one with yourself. You've separated your logic and your emotions from that part of us that intuitively understands the world around us. The high priestess is in tune with the world around her. She's in tune with her emotions. She's in tune with your emotions, okay? So if that part of you that's in tune with the rest of the world is being ignored, right, it's going to leave you at a disadvantage. So now let's go ahead and move on. Let me not move on yet. The Six of Cups can also be from relationships, okay? It's not only just about your childhood. You might have been in an abusive relationship, okay? You might have been in an emotionally abusive, it doesn't always have to be physical, but you've been in relationships that have scarred you. And that may be why right now you're having a little bit of a difficulty either accepting love or cultivating the type of romantic relationships that you want. All right, so now I'm going to move on to the advice for this reading. And we got the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is telling you to move on, okay? Six of Swords is telling you to move on from being stuck in that rut. Move on from, you know, these ties to the past, these negative emotions from the past that are weighing you down. Move on from that. Let go of past hurts. Try to let go and move on from past disappointments. You know, even if it's within this current relationship, if things happened in the past, if you guys had a time in the past where you broke up or things were not, you know, exactly the happiest, you've got to let that go. You've got to let that go because all you're doing right now is just causing more tension and friction in your current situation. And you want to move towards a more positive and happy situation. You can't keep harping on the past. Okay? You can't keep harping on the sadness of your childhood. You can't keep harping on what you never got before. If you want it now, we have to focus on how to get it now. It's not about what happened before anymore. Okay, anything that holds you back, okay, anything that's holding you back, it's time to try to figure out how we can move past that. All right, so moving on now to your external environment, you get the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so the Queen of Cups in the reverse can be that either there's someone in your environment that you feel is emotionally manipulative. All right, the Queen of Cups can be in the reverse, is emotionally manipulative, overreacts emotionally, or is like the love is draining, right? So in the upright, she may be emotional and over emotional, but the love is there. In the reverse, the Queen of Cups, her love is pouring out. Okay, so these emotions, she might be it's overly negative. So either someone views you as being like an emotional drama queen, somebody who's negative, maybe argumentative, or there's someone in your environment that you view in that way. Okay, this is about like emotional confrontation. Also, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, that can indicate a situation where someone is being used. Either you're using someone and they feel like you're using them for, you know, your gain, personal gain, or someone sees you as someone that they can use for their personal gain. All right, so then we move now to your hopes and your fears, and you get the Justice card also in the reverse. All right, so the Justice card is saying that you are fearing, right, karma. You are concerned that whatever your actions are now, so, you know, Scorpio, if you're the one who's being emotionally manipulative now, then it's almost like you're afraid that that's going to come back to you somehow, right? Anything that you're doing now that you feel like you're just doing it, and it might not even be anything too diabolical, but just you trying to manipulate situations to get your way, it's, you know, that's fine, but we all know that there's cause and effect, right? There's what comes around goes around. So if you are manipulating people or manipulating situations in your favor, then you have to know that coming to you towards in the future will be someone who does the same to you, or you will find yourself in a similar situation. Also with the Justice, you know, so it's basically you're afraid of receiving negative karma, getting the short end of the stick in a relationship. Okay, you're afraid of the consequences of your actions, or just unfairness in love, okay? You feel like you just never get what you want in relationships in your love life, and so you're afraid that that pattern is going to continue. But once again, that starts within, right? That starts with you listening to yourself, listening to this inner child, okay? Your inner child is hurt, okay? With the Six of Cups in reverse, your inner child is crying out. And as an adult, the High Priestess, it's like you're not connecting. The High Priestess in reverse means you're not really connecting and in tune with what you really want and what you really need emotionally. Okay, so in order to get to the Ten of Cups, you're going to have to take some time out and really connect with your emotions. Okay, you're going to have to really connect with yourself to say or see, what patterns that you might have been carrying with you over the years that cause you to wind up in situations where you're not receiving the kind of love that you want. All right, Scorpio. So let us go ahead and move on to the outcome of this reading. And we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords can indicate a few things, okay? The Five of Swords can indicate a couple that has, like, playful banter. Like maybe you guys, have a lot of back and forths, you guys, it's not so much heavy arguments, but just a lot of like maybe petty back and forth. Maybe it could be bickering, it could be playful. But this Five of Swords can also indicate mind games also, so you want to be careful of that. And throughout this reading, that whole air of manipulation has been kind of here, okay? And I'm looking at it, I have another angle that I want to go over also. So, Five of Swords, mind games. It also indicates a relationship where one person may want a commitment and the other person may not want a commitment. All right, so that's what causes a little bit of tension and a little bit of friction, because somebody is here to settle down and someone is not. It's like your elements, your love. It's almost like the Lovers in reverse, right? So it's there. The attraction is there. Right? The attraction is there. You guys are there, but you're just not on the same page. You don't want the same things. Okay, so now looking at this is in another type of situation. So we have the Lovers in reverse in the past, okay? So in the past, this is a situation where, you could have been very in love with a person, and for whatever reason that this situation did not work out, okay? I'm looking now to this current. We have the High Priestess in reverse. So for some, this could be a Pisces or possibly a Cancer, depending on how you interpret it. A lot of people see the High Priestess as Pisces, but I have seen where certain places indicate that the High Priestess actually represents Cancer. So it could be either or. But someone who is very in tune, like intuitive, like a water sign, right? So you have this High Priestess, you have this Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is someone who's very what's the word I'm trying to use? The Knight of Swords is going to cause a lot of argument. The Knight of Swords argues a lot, okay? He might be even kind of cold. He's not the most loving of knights, right? Especially the Knight of Swords himself is not the most loving. I mean, he might come and sweep you off your feet, but he's not going to be as emotional as maybe the Knight of Cups, right? He's not going to be as nurturing and as dependable as the Knight of Pentacles. All right, he's not going to be as fiery and passionate as the Knight of Wands. All right, but in the reverse, the Knight of Swords can actually be kind of nasty. All right, and so maybe we have a situation where there could be somebody from the past, okay? Because with the Six of Cups, this in the reverse, you could be focusing on a failed relationship from the past, okay? And maybe you want that person, whoever that person is, but you're not sure. You're not sure how to go about that. You want the Ten of Cups. You want that happiness, that you feel like you can have with this person, but in reality you're not sure how to get there. So with the advice being the Six of Swords, it's basically saying you're gonna have to forget everything that happened in the past. All right, you're gonna have to let go of anything that happened in the past and move on from that. Now with the Five of Cups in the reverse in your future, and it's almost like not only do you have to move on and let go of things from the past, but you have to let go of whatever negative patterns and habits that you had in the past. I think I am being repetitive, but I'm just looking at it in terms of this one specific person and situation. Okay, so for my Scorpios, that maybe there was a Cancer or a Pisces that you wanted, and things didn't quite work out. Your challenge now is to not approach the situation in the same manner. Maybe you felt like this person, or you feel like this person, now that they are here, they're still not in tune. You can see where this person is not in tune with who they should be. And that's what is causing the friction, because they're not able to, you guys are just not able to connect for whatever reason. Okay, so that's just specific to certain people. This Queen of Cups in the reverse, right? This also again could be a water sign. So maybe it's this other person. Actually, no, the Queen of Cups in the reverse, this other person might see you in that manner. Okay, so once again, it's about you connecting to your intuition and feeling like you actually deserve this person, right? This person that you feel like may be out of your league. Okay, this person that you may feel like, you don't know how to reach them. You don't know how to connect to them. You don't know how to understand them. Okay, that's also what the High Priestess in reverse is. You're having a hard time relating and understanding that person. And maybe your nature is to be guarded. Okay, you guard yourself, you guard your heart, because you don't want to be disappointed. All right, but in order to get to this Ten of Cups, you're going to have to let go of that tendency to put your walls up, all right, and be cold and aloof if you want to attract a person like the High Priestess. Okay, definitely not going to attract the High Priestess or the Queen of Cups being cold and aloof and pretending like you don't care, or acting like you could take them or leave them. Water signs are not going to stick around with that kind of behavior. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be water signs. It just can be somebody who represents that to you, right? It represents the High Priestess. Like I said, I don't want to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. So I don't know why I feel like I had to get that out, but I got that out. But it looks like in the future that you are getting closer, right? You're getting closer to realizing that, there's no need to focus on what was lost, right? And the Five of Cups upright, this person is focusing on the spilt cups, what was lost, the love lost, and ignoring the fact that there's love here. So with the Five of Cups in reverse, you're actually starting to realize all is not lost. There's still possibilities out here for me, okay? Whether it's in order to have this relationship with this particular person, or if you just have it in you that there's other relationships out there for you, right? With the Five of Cups in reverse, you're starting to realize that there's more to life than everything that you lost, everything that disappointed you, everything that got left behind. Okay, Scorpio? So it's time to really get in touch with who you are and what you want, and stop acting in a way that pushes the people around you away. It's like you don't want to push love away. You want love to come in. All right, so you have to let love in. You can't close yourself off, because love can't get in if you're closed off, right? So when I see this Knight of Swords as your challenge and your crossing position, I feel like that's where your free will comes in. You have the free will to correct that. You have the free will to, if there's someone in your environment that is untrustworthy, get rid of them, right? If it's you not following your intuition and knowing that there's someone that you shouldn't trust, don't trust them. You don't need proof. We don't always need proof. Okay, we don't need to dwell on the actions of what has happened. All you need to do is trust yourself and know that deep down inside that situation is not right for you. Okay, don't turn into someone who, you know, has their sword out ready to attack at all times, because yeah, that's going to hurt other people, but also you're hurting yourself because you're keeping people who might really want to be there from you away, when really internally you want the 10 of cups, okay? You want happiness, you want love. You want emotional satisfaction. So we have to get rid of anything that's preventing that from coming to you. All right, so that is the reading, Scorpio. At this point, this is where the extended reading begins. So if you're interested in getting the extended reading with the clarifiers, then there's a link down below. There's also going to be a link in the video towards the end where you can get to the Patreon website. But if you just want this Scorpio reading, then there will be a link in the description box of how you can obtain the extended reading, okay, for this month. All right, Scorpio, so I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye. Hey Scorpio, I'm back because my memory is not that great right now, and I can't remember if I mentioned this in your regular reading. So I'm giving you a sneak peek at the extended reading. And what I wanted to mention is that the High Priestess in reverse can also represent sexual addictions, right? Not just a sexual addiction, but somebody who uses sex to gain love, right? They're in that negative pattern of trying to obtain what they want emotionally through connecting with people sexually, right? And we know that that doesn't work. So when I saw the devil in the extended reading, the devil came up to clarify your current situation, and then the High Priestess in reverse came up again to clarify your the future position. And then also in the external position, we had the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So for some of you, there's definitely someone who's a Pisces that you might have had a connection with in the past, that there's just some karma or some type of whatever this devil represents for you guys. You know, you've got the devil, you've got the lovers in reverse, you've got the High Priestess. There's a lot of karmic cards. You've got the Six of Cups came up again in your reading, which represents a possible soulmate connection. You got the Ten of Cups here. So I feel like some of you are working things through with a soulmate, okay? And with your theme for the year, which I also forgot to reiterate in your video, the first part of the video, the theme for your year is the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Fool. The Eight of Swords in reverse is about gaining insight, okay? Mental clarity, letting go of anything that is holding you back or doesn't serve you, controlling your own destiny, okay? The Fool card represents new beginnings, starting over, just having this raw energy, all right? Learning how to live in the moment. So for me, the Six of Swords as your advice, once again in this reading, if you do have somebody from the past that you really loved, okay, and this person is either trying to come back or you're trying to go back to them, there's no need on dwelling on what went wrong, okay? Unless you're going to work it out, unless you're going to acknowledge the part that you played in the past and they're willing to acknowledge the part that they played, and then you guys move forward. But just dwelling on the negativity that happened in the past is not going to work anymore, okay? Let go of that past baggage. All right, the devil is emotional baggage. The devil is just all types of stuff that we don't need in a happy, healthy relationship, okay? So that's what you guys need to work on. And maybe this person is just that person that you have to work this out through, whatever that baggage is, all right? So that's the sneak peek. Like I said, if you're interested in the extended, there's a link below on how you can access it. And now I'm done. Over and out, Scorpio.